Every day's a school day. Well, it certainly is if you have Netflix, but you're an adult and you still want to learn stuff. Well, we're going to look at some of the best shows today on the streaming service that might just teach you something. Thinking caps on? Let's press play.
100 human beings place themselves at the mercy of us on a mission to answer questions we all have about human behavior.
We're conducting an experiment that will require a little torture.
Who wouldn't want to be tortured?
Don't worry, not all the shows are about torture. Hello and welcome to Screen OD, the channel for people who love TV, movies and streaming. My name is Tim. I'm an entertainment editor and journalist who's been working in the industry for more than 15 years. Now today we are going to learn something. Together we're going to get smarter by watching TV. Yes, it's the dream. We just sit on the couch and our brains get bigger. We've got a load of shows for you on the streaming service that we think might teach you something. They're all a bit different, but let's start our journey, well, with this one.
We're living through a time of extraordinary change, but we often don't stop to ask the basic questions.
It's important to understanding how did we as a planet come here?
If you want to be that person at the dinner party who knows just about enough about everything to look really smart, then the Explained series is a great place to start. Whether you're interested in music or pandemics, cryptocurrencies, tattoos or weed, there is a program on each of these subjects and many other things that will take you into the subject. It will teach you enough so that you can understand it, and it will also make you think and perhaps make you want to learn more. This is a great series with bite-sized chunks that really get you into subjects that matter, and it's one that will definitely get you thinking.
Does time really fly when you're having fun?
Turn it up.
Can good looks keep you out of jail? Whoa.
Someone like that needs to be put away for a long time.
Happiness. How do we get it?
The people who were doing it for fun may perform better.
I'm like really good at this.
Are you ready to torture some humans?
That was probably one of the worst nights of my life.
That is what this show is all about.
This is 100 Humans.
This one may look a little bit like a game show when you first see it, and there's definitely an entertainment element to it, but 100 Humans has lots of really fascinating and interesting scientific experiments that are played out in front of you. So if you want to know the answer to some of the questions about human behavior, some of the good, the bad and the ugly, then this is one that you should check out.
One and only Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I ate a lot of meat. They showed us commercials.
Steak. That's what a man eats.
Selling that idea that real men eat meat.
Serious man food.
But you got to understand, that's marketing. That's not based on reality.
Plant-based diets is a big thing these days, but this documentary, which has been out for a few years now, really got people thinking and talking about whether or not a plant-based diet was something that could lead you to being an elite athlete. Bringing in some of the biggest names in sport, it's a fascinating insight into how a plant-based diet can affect the way that you train and the way that you live your life. If you are interested in any sense in plant-based, vegetarianism, veganism, then this is definitely a show that you should be watching.
The fast food industry as we know it today really starts back in 1921 in Wichita, Kansas with White Castle, a burger joint that pioneers a faster, cleaner system for cooking burgers. But the idea doesn't take off yet.
From feminism to nuclear power and the AIDS epidemic to fast food chains, this is a show that gives you bite-sized introductions to important areas of our history and pivotal moments. It's not designed to tell you everything that you need to know, but is a great entry point into a subject for you to then go and learn more. History 101 is a great introduction to, well, history. And that's why it's called 101.
I've spent my entire life in pursuit of flavor. I've traveled the world to explore the things that define good cooking.
Let me get some forks.
No matter where I go, the same elements make food delicious.
You're laughing and crying.
Laughing and crying. That's pretty much the story of my life.
Salt, fat, acid, and heat. Just 4 basic elements can make or break a dish.
Samin Nosrat is your guide into a world of culinary and scientific discovery, because these 4 basic elements, as we see, make up all of the greatest food that we eat. If you're interested in a cookery show with a difference, this is one that will teach you something, but the same way it will make you very hungry.
This is the story of our changing planet and what we can do to help it thrive.
Now, I hate to name drop, but I was actually at the launch of Our Planet on Netflix at the Natural History Museum in London in 2019. There were Prince Charles, Harry and William all at the event with David Attenborough alongside a cast of stars and, of course, myself. This is a documentary that not only shows us how beautiful our planet is, the nature, the animals, but it has a message, which is that we need to look after it. And if you want to learn more about conservation, this is a great starting point.
What I want people to know is that everything they're doing online is being watched, is being tracked. Every single action you take is carefully monitored and recorded.
A lot of people think Google's just a search box and Facebook's just a place to see what my friends are doing. What they don't realize is there's entire teams of engineers whose job is to use your psychology against you.
If you're not paying for the product, you are the product, goes the adage. And that's what this show looks at. A documentary that looks inside social media and the internet tech giants and how we are the product within their system. This is a fascinating insight into how things work behind the scenes at some of these companies, told from stories from people who used to work in these companies. A mixture of documentary and some dramatization. It's a fascinating documentary for anyone who's interested in how technology is changing the way we live our lives.
Bill Gates, what's your favorite animal?
Dog.
What's your favorite food?
Hamburger.
What do you eat for breakfast?
Nothing.
What is your worst fear?
I don't want my brain to stop working.
Bill Gates is one of the richest men in the world, but he does a lot more than just make money. This is a documentary that looks inside the mind of Bill Gates, how he became the co-founder of Microsoft and how he built an empire in technology that would change everything forever. And also about how he is now using that money to try to do good through his foundation. This is a